As we move forward from celebration to conversation, we are reminded that true education not only informs minds, but also nurtures empathy, responsibility, and the ability to build stronger communities.
We return to the central idea that brings us together today, education and its role in shaping a healthier and more just society.
To share a younger perspective on this important theme, we now invite one of our National Scholarship winners, Shakti Mishra, to the stage to present a speech on their vision of an education that cultivates a healthy society.
Please welcome Shakti.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone, respected panelists, mentors, and my fellow students. Let me start with a small confession. For a very long time, I believe education is simple. Study hard, score well, get a degree, life sorted. But somewhere between school, college, and real life, I realized something else. That study is not something, it's about how much you understand, not about the subject, people. It's about people, society, and yourself. When I was in school, I was an average student. And honestly, I used to think toppers were so lucky. Teachers liked them, people admired them. Everything felt easier for them. Later, when I became topper myself, I have strange realization. Marks feels powerful in school, but in college, it feels very low. What actually matters is our confidence, communication, curiosity, and ability to think beyond the textbook. I was lucky to have a history teacher in class 12 who never treated education as one subject thing. His class never just history. They moved through geography, polity, science, even math sometimes. And the best part, he included everyone, not just toppers. Though classes were never feel bored because education was not being delivered, it been discussed. And that's when I understood something important. A healthy society is built when a classroom became space for dialogues, not factory producing marks. During my intermediate year, many students come to me for the help. Students with the subject, career choices, or sometimes just to want to talk. They weren't incapable, they were just unsure because education has been shown to them as a competition, not growth. Because helping them just not taught them, it also helped me sometimes. And education works best way when it's shared, not a lonely race. And for women, especially in India, education is not optional. It's a weapon. And I've seen many girls studying with me till class 12 is just disappear from the classroom. Not because they lack ability, but because marriage was prioritized over learning. Education teaches women more than a subject. It teaches us our rights, our choices, and our voice. A society cannot be healthy if its half of the population is not educated. Is educated only to adjust, not to decide. So when I imagine an educated society that cultivates a healthy society, I don't imagine a perfect score or a fancy degree. I just think a classroom where questions are welcome, not judged. Curiosity matters more than ranks, and students are taught not just what to think, but how to think. Because education is not meant to produce an obedient individuals. It means to create an aware citizen, and society full of aware citizens is not just educated. It's healthy, compassionate, and strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Shakti, for setting the tone so thoughtfully.
Continuing this conversation from the perspective of students and their lived experience, we now invite another Princeton Foundation scholarship and fellowship recipient for the past 2 years, Archa Aggarwal, to share a broader student perspective on education and its role in shaping a healthy society.
I hope I'm audible. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinaya dhyati patritam, patritva dhanmapnoti, dhana dharmam tatat sukham. Knowledge gives humility. From humility, one attains worthiness and character. From worthiness, one acquires wealth. From wealth, righteousness follows, and then happiness. Namaste and good afternoon to the August gathering. My name is Archa Aggarwal and I am a student of Miranda House and also a fellowship recipient from Princeton Foundation of Peace and Learning. Now, I do have the papers with me, but I would like to speak from my heart. And of course, I wrote this, so I should know it as well. In the current academic atmosphere, where education has become a race more so than learning, the aspect of imbibing knowledge is somehow lost, because we are all focused on how many work portfolios do you have, or how many internships you've done, or what are your grades like. And we are all chasing goals and deadlines constantly. So where does, in this atmosphere, a society come up which is educated and empowered? My words might resonate most with an HR professional, because I would say that human resources are the most important. Education in 21st century is not limited to textbooks and should focus more on the potential of an individual beyond their academic performance. Individuals must be empowered and elevated so that they can positively contribute to the society. Now, what would an elevated being be? Somebody who is conversationally confident, has critical thinking, but also has a moral compass. Somebody with practical skills for survival, empathetic with respect, regard, and responsibility, not just towards themselves, society, but also with one another. This is, I think, what they call holistic development, and that is what is the need of the hour. Vidya Vinyan Shop, knowledge is adorned by humility. This is my last school's motto, which happens to be a girls' residential one, and it prides itself in the legacy of giving the girl child wings to fly. Now, Miranda House, a women's education institution, echoes the same sentiments, and so does Princeton Foundation. These young minds, they need an environment which nurtures them, because they're very tender and impressionable. It is essential that we are surrounded by mentors and guidance that will elevate us and make us empowered. How does this empowerment really happen, you say? The best investment one can make is in education. And when foundations like Princeton Foundation and institutions like Miranda House and Birla Balika Vidyapeeth dedicatedly come together, they not just educate an individual, but they also influence and inspire the entire society. They invest in the growth of the students by ensuring that there is a safe space for their expression, empowerment, inspiration, and innovation. And with that, I would like to come to an end and emphasize how in today's environment, education is more than just textbook. It is more so with what you are and who you are as a human. Thank you so much.